Hello ladies and gentlemen, this is Gokane from SBU StarCraft. First and foremost, I would like to thank everyone that subscribed to the SBU StarCraft channel. You guys are awesome. And today is October 7th, Thursday night, and like a true gamer, I am sitting back at my computer watching, commentating, and playing StarCraft. Unlike everybody else that's in college and is having a blast outside, partying, drinking, etc. Well, this is my blast. Anyway, getting back to business. Today I'm going to be bringing you a cast between oGsTheSTC, spawning here at 7 o'clock position on Xel-Naga Caverns as the Green Terran. And over here at the 2 o'clock position we have the yellow Protoss oGsSuperStar. And I have never seen oGsSuperStar play before. This is my first time watching him play, so I'm very excited to see him play. This is a baller name, by the way. Superstar? That's a kick-ass name. Very catchy. I like that. And back at oGsSTC's base, we have a bunker going down. Everybody knows who oGsST is at this point, I'm assuming. Last game I casted between him and Cool, or otherwise known as a fruit dealer or a fruit seller in Korea. He just won the GSL, and is probably the most popular, well-known Zerg player at the moment in StarCraft 2. And so far everything looks pretty normal, so I'm going to take this time out to say thanks to everyone that's been commenting on my YouTube page, YouTube channel, and for all the comments and suggestions, criticisms, etc. And basically tell me anything that you feel is out of place or not right, or what I may do to do better, or what I'm good at doing, as I'll try to work on everything as much as possible. It's been a rough and hectic schedule lately with school, and a lot of midterms lately. Today I got 2 midterms, so I'm just glad to be back here casting these games instead of at school right now. And last game we saw at the STC, it was a very short game as he dominated Cool with a Banshee harass and really just defended from there onwards, and there was basically no workers for Cool, and he had to GG after his push failed. But this game going to be looking like a more macro oriented game. 2 Marines out, Tech Lab coming down for the barracks. Looks like a standard Terran push against the Protoss, but I'm gonna say right now, this is a longer game. It is 23 minutes long. As you can see, I have no overlay for the replay bar. I did make one, but it didn't work out so well, and trying to get that to be recorded on video. Anyway, we have a factory coming down at this proxy location. This is a very interesting tactic and very popular nowadays after the GSL. Koreans have been using it a lot on the a lot from the Terran on Protoss as they land the factory inside the Protoss main, usually around here or here, and then produce a Hellion and try to harass with it in the back line while pushing forward with a front line of Marines and Marauders. And indeed we have Marauders coming out. We have slow concussive grenades are being researched for the Marauders, and that is excellent, as in the early game they allowed the Marauders to kite the Zealots, really take no damage from the Zealots, and if you can kill that Stalker, essentially the Protoss army can't touch you. Can't touch you if you have that Marauder. You can just kite them all day. SCV coming in. We're gonna be having a push right here. Bunker going down. Marines going down, targeting the Stalker, trying to get rid of that first. If they get rid of that, then it's very bad for the Protoss. But we have probes coming down from the mineral line, trying to push this away. Gonna be taking down this SCV. Bunker not being created. Hellion is coming out, but the 2 Marines are already killed. This 1 Marauder gonna try to do harass up at the front while this Hellion gets trapped by the probes, just taken out. So not good play there. Not very good micro at all on that Hellion. But 2 Marauders right here. This bunker is only halfway, so it's not gonna be safe for these Marauders. 3 Stalkers warping in from the side, and still another Hellion coming in to do harass on the mineral line. Trying to do harass on the mineral line on this pylon first, but gonna probably be thwarted and pushed away, repelled by the Stalkers. The factory has to lift off and float away as this harass has been eliminated, extinguished, and gone. The Marauders just huffing and puffing their way out of the Protoss base, and these Stalkers were like, you know what, Marauders? you're the fire bear guy and everything, and you have no shame. But you know what? We have large numbers right now, and we will crush you. So, STC going to be throwing down that command center inside the base instead of outside, as he is indeed fearing a counter push by the Protoss, since the Protoss did fend off that attack. If we look at the units lost for the Terran, it is a 200 resources greater loss than the Protoss. So he's going to be putting that bunker, defend himself from any counter push, and getting out this medevac. Early in the game, a medevac is pretty good in small fights, as they do allow for healing of the Terran units. And so in small encounters, it does allow for greater longevity of the Terran units. So medevac gonna be picking up those marauders, gonna probably doing some harass in the main base. The expansion going down for the Protoss SCV scouts that the army is positioned over here and not in the main base. And really, at this point, the Protoss should have sent scouts over here and over here at the Xel-Naga watchtower to try to scout, have vision of the entire map, as he did thwart the Terran harass before. But using his game sense, intuition, oGsSuperStar positions 4 stalkers over here, so going to be intercepting this drop. This drop going to be landing, but the medevac taken out after it releases all of the marauders. So marauders going to try to take down these 4 stalkers, and indeed they get 3 stalkers, but the medevac has gone. Sentry's throwing up 5 force fields, so the marauder is just getting taken out afterwards, and no medevacs coming back to pick them up. This one marauder is going to be taken care of quite handily right now. Does indeed get 1 proc though, so no, it's not cost effective. I'm gonna take that back. But a lot of sentries right now, a lot of force fields can go up, more zealots coming in to counter this heavier marauder force. The expansion going down, the orbital command lifting up from the main and landing in the natural. And if we look back in STC's base, we have 4 more barracks rather, from the last time I saw. And this barracks has the reactor pumping out a lot of marines, and medevacs coming out of the starport. And if we look at the production tab for both players, we have a forge coming down for the Protoss player, and back at the Terran, we have combat shields being researched, almost done. So the Terran going to try to be harassing right as soon as that combat shield is done. A nice timing harass, I'd say. Timing pushes are usually commonly used term, but I'm going to say timing harass here. Medevac going to see what's inside the Protoss base. Protoss does see this, but opts not to move his units. Going to be pushing through the front. Terran thinks that there's not that much army blocking the front over here, but in for a wild surprise, and they get force fielded and trapped. This could be bad for the STC, picking up these injured units in the medevac, pulling them back over there. Great micro, dropping them back down. Gonna try to engage this army right here, but really, STC should pull back, as he does have fewer numbers of units and can't really do much damage, as this immortal is over there and he has full health. STC gonna try to keep these units there. Not a good choice, as this Protoss army is coming back for a re-engagement. Gonna be taking out these immortals right here, rather marauders with those force fields. The medevac able to pick up 2 marauders and pull back. And STC scanning and taking out that observer. Nice play, but that cost him 300 minerals. So we'll see if that was worth it for him, as he decides that he is going to push out right now after taking that observer. And throwing down 2 more barracks. So heavy marine, marauder, medevac play rather. Still in Brood War land. And another starport coming down the starport with the reactor.